Welcome back to Grand Tactician. Last time we played as the Union, and this time we're going to be playing in North Carolina at Bentonville as the Confederacy. I think it's only fair for us to try as the losing side and see if we can't turn our fortunes around. Let's jump right in, folks. I'd ask all of you that enjoy these videos to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoy these battles or if you would like to see an actual campaign. I'd really like to get your feedback on that. Alright guys, so from what we've heard, Sherman's army is actually going to be moving through Goldsboro and not through Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's hope that we can beat them. Sherman's army is divided and the left wing can be attacked by our concentrated forces near Bentonville. Alright guys. General Hardee's command with Wheeler's and Hampton's cavalry will march as soon as possible to reinforce the attack. Objective is the destruction of the Union forces and trains near Bentonville, which will force them to withdraw. Don't mind if I do, folks. Let's take a look here just at the situation. I like that we've got a swamp over here, a nice swamp area, but where exactly would we go for Bentonville? This already seems to be a pretty nice location, a pretty nice defensible location, if I don't say so myself. We've got cover, all this stuff. Maybe we need to hold this area. I think we do. I'm going to hold this area until somebody says otherwise, and in the meantime, I will move this new force over here. I believe it's Brigadier General William Talafiero's men, and we'll get him towards Bentonville just in case anything occurs. But I'm hoping that the enemy's actually going to come to us. That would make things a lot easier, and hopefully make the Confederacy that much more victorious when time permits. Alright, boys, getting into position. Everybody is ready to fight. We're going to decide what to do here. Of course, still indecisive. We don't know where that Union army is going to attack, but they said that they would be attacking near Bentonville. That's what we've heard, so we need to be prepared to change as the situation permits. As always, guys, we'll return when the fighting commences. Well, it looks like the Federals are arriving, and just where we expected them to, directly in front of the coal plantation here. Let's put these boys to work. So, of course, we have got... Oh, I did not want to do that. Cancel that move. We've got plenty of artillery here prepared to fire, of course. But more important than that, what I really want to do, first of all, is I want to see if we can't send some of these infantry units, just a few of them, forward to actually start doing some damage to the enemy right now. Of course, we could let them just attack the ramparts we've got here, but I think this could make things just a little bit more interesting, harass them a little bit more, of course, and just cause as much damage as possible. So let's start moving in here, try and hurt the Federals before they get to our main line, although I think our artillery is doing a hell of a job. Just keep up that fine work, boys, and we might just be able to come out on top today. Now remember, this was originally a Union victory, so if we could, well, change the Confederacy's odds here, that could be a pretty good thing. One interesting thing about our forces, though, as you can see here, they're not these hundreds of men we had before. They're actually, you know, pretty much 400, 300, 200, things like that. So really nothing special. Another thing is I just noticed a game bug. When we click this unit, apparently it's Major General Irvin McDowell, which is a Union general. Little strange there, but we'll accept it for now. Come on. Alright, we got some infantry approaching them damn Federals. I'm gonna put some holes in them before they actually make it up to the front lines. Maybe we should push forward here with Smith's brigade. Sort of catch them on two sides, but we're not going to be getting that much of the woods advantage. Nonetheless, I'll push forward. Again, just trying to engage the enemy a little bit before any real combat starts. We might as well try and harm them a bit. Come on now. Let's also send in Kirkland's brigade. He's actually got 1,016 men, not bad. And finally, that artillery is ringing true over the Federals. Looks like they're setting up a pretty standard battle line. They could be bringing some artillery forward soon. Let's be careful, and let's watch for our own artillery. In fact, let's see what that second group is doing. So, of course, we're heading towards Bentonville here. I'm going to keep one group at Bentonville as just a sort of reinforcing unit. If we need to use them, of course, we'll bring them forward. But hopefully we can keep them out of the fight. Alright, boys. Prepare to engage. 1st Brigade. kind of want to move this unit up too, but we've got that advantage just by remaining on the cover here behind the wooden walls. So I'm going to stay put, but I am going to move forward with these 2 units to assist. Devane contact. You betcha, sir. And that's Colonel Devane to you. Okay, I'm liking this tree cover. This woods cover is looking really nice to us. Is it actually going to be beneficial? I think only time will tell. And again, I will also engage the 1st Brigade here. Engage 1st Brigade! That is a nasty fight. It looks like the enemy's bringing up some cavalry. Could potentially just be artillery. I'm not sure. I'm definitely not sure. Let's get this guy forward as well. Pfizer's men. I want to bring even more. It looks like this experiment is working out alright in terms of us actually hurting the enemy before they make it to our main line. Look at that beautiful volley. And it looks like it might just be an HQ unit. What about the unit we brought over here? We've got to bring them this way. I know it's a bizarre place to put General Irvin McDowell. But we got to do it. I think I want to do the same with Edmund Pettus. Or not, I'm sorry, Palmer. These units that are sort of in the back of our army. Good up, boys. The Confederacy wins today. It's looking very nice. Though I'm not sure if the Fog of War is hiding some of their units moving over here. I'm kind of worried about that happening. And nonetheless, the rest of their units are continuing onto the road. Son. Taking a while to get that messenger out there to the boys. Alright, let's get Reynolds up. It looks like just a skirmisher unit. Do the same over here with Coral's Brigade. And begin setting up on the road for the inevitable federal advance here. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Might be able to get some flanking fire here with Irvin McDowell. Alright, look at that, guys. Enemy is already experiencing the flanking shot there. And it's actually because of our artillery. But we can just maximize this effort. Let's keep it going, boys. Fire! Men moving up as well. We have got the enemy hammered down at the moment, guys. If we could keep this up, I think victory is going to be ours. But I'm sure they've got some tricks up their sleeve. Wonderful shooting. Look at those blue hats falling all over the place. Unfortunately, it looks like the enemy is breaking Colonel William Devane's brigade. This was, of course, the first unit we sent forward. These Federals are definitely fighting pretty damn hard. Let's back up a bit. Make sure that the enemy's not breaking through on any other portion of the battlefield. As far as I can tell, they aren't. Alright. Let's get Harrison's boys forward. George Harrison! Oh my goodness. He's traveled through time. Or traveled back in time, I should say. Alright, let's hit 3rd Brigade right there. Hopefully these mixed brigades will be able to knock the enemy back. But they are all kind of merged together here next to one another. There's not much we can do there. Look at that volley. That's what I'm talking about. Although the center absolutely broke. Klingman's brigade completely breaking there. Let's hope that Kirkland can make it up for Klingman. Just got to keep on firing here to 1st Brigade. There we go. We're not going to let these Federals get to the wall without massive losses. That's my idea here. What about over here? It looks like still a lot of problems. We got to get those men firing, and I think it's because they got men in front of them that they're not. But it might be better for us to just go for the good old-fashioned charge. And Now, even Pfizer's brigade is suffering a bit. These Federals have been through hell and back, guys. They're not just going to leave this easily. However, 1st Brigade, as you can see there, has taken some serious losses. 249. We've also damaged the Plantation with our consistent artillery fire. I'm very sorry you lost your Plantation, sir, but it must be done for the good of the battle. We'll go ahead and try to get these guys a little closer. Daniel Reynolds up here. There's no reason he can't start engaging 1st Brigade. Really, we just want to, again, try and send some of these guys running before another large portion of their army arrives. Forward, boys. Alright, look at that. We got Harrison's arriving now. We really need his help. Hopefully to knock 3rd Brigade out of the fight here. And there we go. Unfortunately, of course, losing Pfizer's brigade. Now our focus has got to be right here and fast. Keep the cross flying, boys. Keep it flying. Don't drop that flag. Open fire. We should probably focus our fire, actually. I'm going to focus our fire on 3rd Brigade. And I'm going to have Quayle's and Reynolds fire over here at 1st Brigade. Yeah, they're taking some nasty hits, man. I got to give it to 3rd Brigade here. 4 stars. They are damn good. Damn good. Tell you what, sir, your men know how to fight. I will give you that, sir. I would like to get the artillery. We're going to try to move this army over here. It's better than it just remaining back here. Alright, looks like we have pushed this unit back. They're not completely retreating, but they are wavering slightly. So I'm just going to go ahead and push the advantage. I love hearing the Dixie song over here, and over here we're hearing it's not Glory, Glory, Hallelujah. Somebody let us know in the comments down below, but we're hearing both at the same time. That's so cool. And there we go. We finally broke 2nd Brigade. A lot of Union losses over in this general area. And hopefully the same is going to be true for this unit right here, 3rd Brigade. Come on, boys. They are falling back a bit. And I'm hoping just the concentrated force of both our units can break them. Over here as well with Lieutenant Colonel John Carter. And let me just back up once again to make sure we are not being flanked on any position. I don't think so. But I do see the enemy took this area here. Now that is scary because they actually came from here, which means they could be going north towards Shaw's Pond Road to try and flank us. We'll just keep our eye on the situation, but that's something that could, of course, occur. So let's be very careful. Good work, boys. Damn good work. And I didn't expect that to happen. It looks like Harrison's brigade broke as well. That is surprising, actually. Come on, boys. Break 3rd Brigade, for the love of God. Open fire. Got a bit of a hornet's nest going on right here. I like that. The rest of our guys are getting hit bad. I'm not gonna lie. Fight for your state, boys. Beautiful shot there by the artillery. Certainly causing some casualties and some panic. More importantly. There we go. Look at that volley, guys. For such a small unit, that was pretty nice. Only 290 men in this unit. So again, they're not working with a lot. We have certainly moved the battle line. We are the ones setting the battle line at this point. And that's exactly how I want it, folks. Those Union boys moving back. You Federals go back to Washington. Get out of here, you hear? Alright, there's our courier, ordering the men to move forward, of course. And even these men should move forward a bit, too. In fact, we're just going to order them to charge just to be a little faster. Look at that, guys. 681 men, 335 losses. Kirkland has lost a third of his manpower there. Almost to 1,000, and of course, all the way down to 600. But our boys are not giving up the fight. I'm just, again, worried that the enemy's going to go for a flanking maneuver. That's my concern right here. Alright, keep following them, skirmishers. Keep it going. Keep it going, boys. Open fire, Palmer! That is looking rough. Yeah, they're starting to fight back pretty well here, but I think we can absolutely break them. We can with time, not without some significant losses, though. Baird arrives. My scouts have brought most probable reports of troops from a division belonging to Baird joining the battle. Their numbers are reportedly 4,000 infantry, 50 cavalry with guns. Now, I'm guessing Baird is... I don't honestly know if Baird is a Union commander or a Confederate commander. Whichever the case may be. Let's hope he is a Confederate commander. If not, we've got a bunch more Union forces arriving this way, guys. Fire! I don't want to get too close, especially now that I know that reinforcements are arriving. Let's just hold these positions in the woods, at least with these units. There'll also be a sort of scouting force in case the enemy starts moving forward. We'll see that. I can't help but keep on attacking over here. I want to break 3rd Brigade and send them scurrying off the field entirely. Come on, Kirkland. Oh, we definitely have more enemies arriving. Look at that, guys. A whole bunch more. Vandaliver. It's going to be an infantry brigade. Yep. And I'm sure they've got more tricks up their sleeves, too. Well, get ready, guys. This is only going to get tougher. And you know what? Maybe it is a wise idea to move some of our men behind the lines, although now that we're here, I kind of feel like holding those positions. I think at least with Kirkland, we should consider moving back. Retreat. And these guys are actually still firing, which is pretty amazing. But Palmer's brigade is still firing away at 1st Brigade here. Of course, now with that infantry support, they're sure to fight a lot harder. And I definitely need to put at least one infantry unit just kind of hanging out here to stop them from pushing through. Let's see. You'll have to do Finley. Again, we got Irvin McDowell here. It only happens with a couple units, but obviously it shouldn't be happening at all. Alright, I think the Federals learned their lesson here in this part of the woods. Don't think they're going to be repeating that mistake again. Alright, also get some really nice shots over here on this side of the burning plantation. And we'll just keep these guys in the fight. I'd actually like to send one more unit there. You know what? Let's take Kirkland. Is this too risky? It might be too risky. Yeah, it might be too risky. What I will do is I'll keep Kirkland here. here we go. That's a Union advance if I ever saw one. Light them up, boys. Use some cavalry here. Could really use some cavalry here. Let's also bring George Harrison back. I think he's ready for a fight. And of course, the skirmishers can remain. We got Reynolds, a whole lot more too. Let's push Reynolds forward here. And Kirkland, I'm just going to keep right there. I like seeing all that musket fire directed at the enemy. That is what I like to see. What I don't like to see are fresh federal troops back here making their way for the plantation. It's unacceptable, boys. Now, this plantation is private property of General Honeyseed. I don't know, think of a name. Let's push forward again. No, we are going to get aggressive here. I'm going to charge again just to get there quickly and start engaging any federal unit stupid enough to be using this road to get to our position. They should, of course, be moving through the woods. At least I would. It's got to be, what, a distance of like 50 meters? Light them up, boys. Got those skirmishers too. Nice. We're already seeing them drop. Just look at that. Especially on the road, they are dropping like flies. Additional artillery support as well. It can't get much better than this. Unless, of course, we received some cavalry support. Then we would just be in a perfect position. This battle is feeling an awful lot like Fredericksburg right now, I must say. When Johnny comes marching home. I think 1st Brigade, look at the casualties there, 725. They do have a massive amount of men, though, in this brigade. Still 1,605 left. We've got to lower these numbers. We've got to immediately try to lower these numbers, and they finally broke Palmer. So that first group there in what I call the Hornet's Nest has been pushed back, and they're so terrified, they're running through the burning plantation. They don't give a damn, man. They'll sacrifice all their dignity if they need to here just to get away. I'm going to still push up with some additional skirmisher units. Look at those reborn muskets. Reborn muskets and what looks to be like contrablades here. Some Bowie knives. And they're ready to fight close combat style. Come on now, boys. Into position, rebels. Again, I'm just going to back up, make sure they haven't taken any additional zones. So no, they have not gone over here. I really think they're just going to send their entire force right up this road. Try and break us. But I don't think they'll break us. Oh boy, okay. Maybe I should watch what I say, because we just lost Smith there. They are falling back. Now, of course, the reborn muskets will be taking their place, but there's not a lot of men in this brigade, only 200. So I don't know how long they can hold on for. I'm going to also try to bring forward Harry Tooman's men. I don't like that. I'm seeing another group of federal troops. Although that could just be remnants of 3rd Brigade. I think that's what it is. Yeah, boys. Who's watching this go on? It's Walthall. I know nothing about this guy. Brigadier General Edward C. Walthall. Let him have it, Kirkland. Love it. I love to see this smoke rising from the muskets there. I think they should have a little bit more of a lingering smoke effect, although that's nice. But even more, give us as much smoke as possible. Smoke and blood is what this game needs. Nice shooting, boys. Nice shooting. Alright, we got D's brigade going to battle. Going to battle, my friends. We are not without our losses. Manigaw's brigade, of course, running in terror from our Tennessee group there. And oh boy, it looks like they're getting wise here, sending a few different units maybe up against this wall here. And since we sent everybody to fight over here in the woods and swamp area, it does seem like this line got pretty thin. I hope it can hold out against sustained Union attack. Let's hope so. Here we go. Gonna have to get out of cover just to take these shots, but I'm hoping that one or two good volleys will break 1st Brigade. Again, they've been under fire since the beginning of the battle here. Now at 872 casualties, but of course still with 1,400 men, they could pretty much rout D's brigade with one good shot. So come on, let's get a volley for goodness sakes. And now we just want to hold our distance because they've got way more men than we do. In fact, even that was quite reckless. All right. At least we got some nice artillery shots on them. But again, it looks like Kirkland stopped firing, so we want to get even closer. And I'm amazed that D's brigade is still fighting on. 22 casualties out of a strength of only 278, almost 300 men. That's about all they've got. Still standing up against the federal menace. And look at that, we got more federal forces arriving. My God, help us. Help us, Lord. Some of these units are actually trying to reform. The general is talking them down there. Joseph B. Palmer, his own brigade starting to reform around him, which is pretty badass. But I don't think that they're going to be back in the fight, I'll tell you that. It's going to be a tough one, and I am definitely thinking about bringing Taliaferro down to assist. We just don't know how tough it's going to get, but of course enemy generals are approaching. We see Don Carlos Buell here. This guy is a real good fighter, so I'm expecting some pretty serious resistance from the Union. It looks like now they may be sending their real force, and perhaps that was just a probing force to sort of see what we had in terms of defenses. At least that's what it's looking like right now. Just a little jump cut there, guys, and my goodness, is the Federal Army ever getting closer here. Just look at how many of the damn enemy we're facing. We're going to fast forward just a bit here, because I want to see if movement is occurring on the left side. Well, the west, basically. But I do believe that the enemy's holding their position right now. They don't seem to be advancing. Now, Mitchell is going to start advancing. That might actually start a bit of a chain reaction here. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, of course, we did lose this unit. We knew he was going to break and run. D's brigade, not many men there. But we're almost at lunchtime, and now I see the enemy starting to arrive here. Quite a few of them. They just seem to be stacking up first. Some of them are reloading, so I'm guessing they are going to start advancing, and there they go. They're beginning, guys. I think at this point, the best thing to do is hold out at the original location here at the coal plantation. I might still send in some units here. So, for instance, we could send in these guys and do a bit of a counterattack, damage the enemy before they even get into place. I don't know. It might not be such a bad idea, actually. Let's do it with Blanchard and just some of these units that are all the way over here on the left, basically. I think this could work out pretty well. I mean, it worked out all right the first time. Let's see if we can recreate that. Get Josh Hardy over here. I Maybe even another unit over here by our Hornet's Nest. Although, quite a few of our units, you can see they're breaking off and running. The Jackson's brigade here would do great at the Hornet's Nest, but that's if he can get there in time. So I'm going to order a charge just to get him there as quickly as possible. And here we go, guys. Look at this Union advance. Look at this. Oh, man. Fire. Fire. Keep it going, boys. Keep it going. Holy hell. Well, we did finally break 1st Brigade, but they did their job. They held out to the very end there so that the reinforcements could arrive. So actually, in a way, they accomplished their mission. I'm sure they would still get commendations there. But yeah, I'm thinking, do we bring up some additional manpower? I think we could. Let's at least put some artillery right here. Grab Colquitt's brigade. Push forward here on the left side. And what did I tell you guys? I knew it. The AI is getting better. They're trying to cut through the woods here. Exactly what I would have done. Looks like Reynolds' brigade has also had it. They've had enough fighting. They are breaking off. 1st Brigade, 1st Brigade. So there's 2 1st Brigades. Must be 2 large parts of the same unit here. Keep it up, boys. Kirkland, you've been through a lot. We need you to continue, son. Oh, boy. Alright, guys, we are arriving with Lieutenant Osceola. I know it's not going to make a huge difference, but it could help us a bit. Could help us a bit. Start firing at 1st Brigade. Let's take a look, see how our boys are doing here. So we thought we were going to counterattack the enemy. We ended up just intercepting them as they move forward. So let's do that. Grab this unit. Move over here. In fact, we could just target the enemy like this. Our men know what to do. Damn Federals are hiding in the tree line, boys. Fire at will. Look at that. Guys, we could actually try to roll the enemy up here. I don't think we have enough infantry units to completely roll them up. We could cause some chaos. Let's get Kennedy's brigade over here. John B. Kennedy. And I am afraid we do have Walthall over here. I don't want him to get shot. He's been a hero during this fight as a general, as a commander. There we go, boys. There we go. Let him come to you. Let him walk right into the firing line. See here where we would be better off actually having a unit behind cover. But we're hitting them for so much damage here, I think 3rd Brigade will break. Come on, boys. Volley fire! Yeah! Look at that! Also getting hit by some artillery. And it looks like we got the arty setting up right here to fire on them, although I prefer that he actually fires at 2nd Brigade over here. Nice shots, though. Very nice shots. They got themselves here in a clearing, and I think our boys see them perfectly. They are just dropping all over the damn place. But look at that, guys. Even more Union reinforcements. And at some point, we won't have enough cloth to staunch the flow of blood. You know, if they just keep bleeding us, keep bleeding us, keep bleeding us, we're going to have absolutely nothing to defend. So we've got to really do well in these fights in the woods, absolutely batter the enemy, and make sure that these units do not return at a later time in the fight. Alright, come on, boys. Your generals believe in you, your country believes in you. Although it would be nice to have another infantry unit up here. Let's see. Nope, I think we're going to have to hold our positions. In fact, we don't even have anyone here to defend, which is really bad. Any infantry units that are going to be arriving, reinforcements or otherwise, I think we need to actually plug that gap. Boys, my goodness, look at this fight. This is the pivotal fight right here, in my opinion. Just seeing those Federals drop all over the place on this hill. They're falling back. Our men are showing them that we are in charge of this battlefield. Just imagine the terror of seeing all those rebel flags and just a bunch of smoke coming from the trees. But here we go. That is frightening. The Union has charged, and they're actually in here fighting with one of our HQ units as well. This is not what I signed up for at all. It does look like our men managed to beat back 2nd Brigade. We're going to keep our focus on 1st Brigade here. That's pretty intense. No, we have to charge. We can't allow this to go on. As close as we're going to get to a charge. Holy hell, boys. Damn Federals don't fight with honor. There we go. We fought them off. We fought them off. That's what's important. Our HQ is going to be okay. And two Union brigades, guys, are going to run away from the battlefield. That's what I like to see. Now let's focus on 3rd Brigade. Completely get them the hell out of here. And maybe just redraw our lines, because we see a lot more Federal units arriving. We're going to want to deal with them as well. They're going for another charge. Come on, we got this. We got this. 3rd Brigade can't possibly make it to our line. This is like a Union version of Pickett's charge. Only through the forest and over a bunch of their own dead bodies. And there we go. I think they're going to break here. There's no way they can keep this up. Keep firing, boys. Keep firing. In the meantime, let's not get too focused on just one brigade. I'll push forward with some of these other units. And I'm going to grab Connor's brigade and put him behind the wall here. So that we don't have everybody just out here in the woods, but that we have some people ready to defend. These guys, I'm going to do the same, just try to harass the enemy. A lot of these units are used to just harass the enemy as much as possible. Turn those cannons, boys. There we go. Another group of Federals trying to rout us here, and we stop them again. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Send Harrison out here. I think one issue we're facing is the couriers just to get out here into the woods. It's taken them quite a long time. Of course, they have to go to from the general to the woods. It's a lot of work. So that alone could cause us some problems, of course. But there we go. We got another unit of Federals on the run. Yet another group and an entirely new army arriving. My goodness, man. It never ends. Hope Coulthard gets out of here. Looks like the generals now, they didn't do that before, but now the generals also engage in combat. And that is definitely confusing the hell out of our men here. Get set up, boys. Get set up. You're doing okay. Alright, guys. We're going to regroup ourselves. I think the first part of the Battle of Bentonville is over. I'd love to show you the entire battle, and we will get to the entire battle, but I can't do that here because I'm going to run out of space. If you like this and you want to see part 2, you know what you got to do. Hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see how we deal with the Federal forces from the rest of North Carolina. Thanks so much, boys.